Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Mystic Door Tarot. This is Barb with your mid-month weekly tarot card reading for June 16th through the 22nd, 2025. Let's see what is coming through for the week. And just a reminder, Sagittarius, these are general readings. What comes through is the strongest energy and message. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. So with that, let's jump in and get started. We're first going to see which crystal is being suggested for you. What do you need, Sagittarius, for the week ahead? What's coming through for Sagittarius? And you have blue lace agate in regards to your throat chakra and your communication. And I actually have mine pretty close. Let's bring that into the reading. So it might be something you have to say this week. So we'll see how the reading goes here. But let's see what your oracle message is. It's coming through for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to hear? And we did have a card drop out. And it says, orphaned. Well, Sagittarius, I do feel that you might be feeling a bit down. Not so much a loss as this card can represent, but just kind of a sense or a feeling that you don't fit in. Just uncertain about the energy around you. So everyone is meant to have connection with others. And it is very important to recognize when being a part of rather than separate from. That's essential to your health and well-being. So this is kind of a card indicating that maybe you're not in the best place right now for you. The issue at hand is the need to find where you truly fit in by being true to your truth, your value. There can be an indication when this card comes out that you no longer identify with a group or community the way you did before. So this could be friends around you. This could be your living arrangement, possibly. You need to find a new situation. So you've got the blue lace agate in regards to your throat chakra, your communication. This might be speaking up. And for some of you, I'm picking up like this strong sense of that you're moving or you're moving on from maybe a group that you've been in for a while. It's just no longer cutting it, you might say. So it could be a friendship, a relationship, maybe a job where you're living. Take it how it resonates. But let's see what the tarot has to say. What's coming through for Sagittarius for the week? Messages, guidance for Sagittarius, please. All right. And we have the King of Wands. Certainly can represent a Leo individual, but it also can be your own energy here where you're taking the lead this week. We have the Two of Pentacles. This, I'm picking up that you feel one way and the next day you feel better. But then that feeling comes back again. It's this feeling that you need to find new friends, new group, new place to live, whatever it may be, new job. You have the Major Arcana card, the High Priestess. So it's really about listening to your intuition this week. And of course, with the communication is your communication to your higher self and listening to your gut instincts. And we do have Major Arcana card, the Hangman, where you're looking at things in a new way. Kind of seeing things for how they really are. Bottom of the deck, the overall energy. Wow, you have the Major Arcana card, the Moon, and I'm really picking up, we just had the full moon in your sign, Sagittarius, just a few days ago. Very strong energy. Very, the position of this particular moon, how it was position in the sky won't happen again till 2043. So it was a very special full moon of closing one chapter and moving on. So with the moon card coming out, this certainly can represent playing out in the background this week is there's something, what I want to say, working behind the scenes. You might not have all the information yet, but what you are indeed feeling is this, what I'm going to say, what this card was all about, the orphan card, about feeling of not fitting in, where you currently are. And you most certainly fit in at one point when you started, but it's not for you any longer. That's what I'm picking up. And so you have to speak up and you're going to be moving on. So the moon is playing out in the background. And it's divine timing as to the message or releasing that information, being aware of what is going on behind the scenes. So we first have the very fiery energy of the King of Wands. I almost, it's kind of like, oh wow, they're giving me... that saying about march to the beat of your own drum. Now, this is a sister fire sign, Leo. It can also be someone that's your mentor, someone that you look up to, Leo individual, someone that you're friends with. But it can also be your own energy here where you're taking the lead. There's something here this week, Sagittarius, this kind of energy where you're going to be moving on to find like-minded people. Sometimes we outgrow people, places, and things, and certainly the jobs that we do as well. So, and this is very on fire kind of energy here. So marching to the beat of your own drum is what my guides keep telling me. So what do you want to change this week? What have you been thinking about? What doesn't feel right to you any longer? Because especially for you, Sagittarius, the full moon in your sign is closing the chapter on something in your life, some area of your life. Now, the 9 of Cups really wanted to come out. So go after. This is your wish. This is going to make you feel content, fulfilled, getting your wish, things going the way that you want. So this is a very content feeling. We all strive for that. We always want to get what we want. So very passionate energy here about listen to your internal communication. And we do have the High Priestess here as well, but you're getting your wish. So the first step is realizing, what are you maybe unhappy about? What is it that you'd rather be doing? Where in your life do you feel like this no longer is a good fit for me? It could be a group you belong to. It could be a place you're working at. It could be neighbors, friendship, whatever the case may be. 2 of Pentacles. Well, it could be that you've been juggling what I feel is these feelings, this idea, back and forth. And I like that it's a city scene. For some of you, it might very well be the work that you do, whether it's something you do at home that you enjoy, even a hobby, could be a home-based business, but it can be the actual company that you work for. It no longer fits for you. So there's this, what I'm going to say, this balancing act of you wanting to move forward and then maybe talking yourself out of it. So 2 of Pentacles can also be in regards to follow the money. There is strong communication going both ways this week. Listening to your intuition and also mean what you say what you mean as well. There is something, going on behind the scenes in the background. And with the High Priestess showing up, you need to realize and trust your gut instincts this week. But let's get a clarifying card for this 2 of Pentacles, because that is kind of a juggling act as to what you've been doing. And that could be a relationship. I'm picking up strong for some Sagittarians. It's a relationship that maybe you should have ended some time ago because you don't feel the same as you did in the beginning. There you go, 8 of Pentacles. But very much this indicates maybe a new job for some of you. Moving on to what it is that you have a passion for, what you're good at. Changing maybe your field, place of employment. And with the High Priestess, this is like unlimited possibilities. There's change coming in. You know, this is maybe by the end of the week, because you have 2 major arcana cards. More that's going to be by the end of the week, you're going to realize what needs to change. You're listening to your gut instincts here with the High Priestess. And again, we have the Moon. So the Moon's very, that energy is very strong for you. For what I'm picking up is several weeks. So really listen to what your heart, your intuition, what are your desires, what are your dreams, your goals, what is no longer working? Because that's easy to just then cut that out. Let's clarify this High Priestess. Now with the Moon card working in the background, it will release the information that you probably desperately want to have. It'll release it in divine timing. And we have the King of Pentacles fall out. So King of Pentacles is being very financially sound, secure. So we're getting a lot of energy here about what you have a passion for, the work that you do, you know, the finances, securing money, finances. It's all very much Pentacles energy. And how you've been juggling things, maybe living paycheck to paycheck, you're going to moving into a better situation. Now, if you are retired, Sagittarius, this is in regards to what you have a passion for. And this certainly can be the people that maybe after you left your place of employment, the people that you hooked up with, depending how long ago that was, that might not be what you want to be doing any longer. So you might be leaving some groups and going into your interests just change. People change. There's certain people that can come into the group that change the dynamics of the group. So there's something here, even if you're retired, what you used to enjoy may no longer appeal to you. So it's an indication here to really search and find out and be receptive as to what it is you'd rather be doing. There is looking at things from a new point of view with the Hanged Man card here. And again, with the Hangman showing up, this is really your connection to spirit, source. You know, we've got the High Priestess. We have the communication, use your voice. And this is a voluntary choice here. This is making this sacrifice of maybe leaving a group that you've been with for some time because you're just not getting anything out of it. But it might be a little difficult to that the group's not going to understand why you need to leave. So a new interest, finding what you do want to be involved with like-minded people can be a great way to say, you know, you're going into this new group or in this new direction and it conflicts with the current group's activities. That's an easy way, an easy out for you. So the Hangman is the 12 energy, reduces down to 3. So something's emerging, something's coming together, something's working behind the scenes here in regards launching you in a new direction. That's what I'm picking up from the cards. Marching to the beat of your own drum, being your true authentic self. What's calling to you? Oh, and we have the Devil card underneath the Moon. It might be taking a risk. So we've got the Hangman here, which is really looking at things from a new point of view, new perspective, different angle, however you want to phrase it. Let's clarify the Hanged Man here. With the orphan card that came out, you know, you're disappointed in some aspect of your life, and you certainly have all the means to make some changes to that. So let's clarify this Hanged Man. What do we got? Oh, we have the Three of Pentacles. Beautiful. It can be, this is in regards to maybe a new group, a new job, whatever you get involved with, you're really going to stand out. And I feel that that is what you need. So definitely, you know, marching to the beat of your own drum, being your true authentic self, you're going to be getting your wish. You're going to be headed towards more happiness. It can be, definitely the cards are indicating that this can be a new job, the work that you do, possibly activities, groups, whatever you belong to. So let's pull your final card here, Sagittarius. Let's see what angel number message you get. It's coming through for Sagittarius. Final message. We have 3388. Make persistent efforts. Accumulation, improvement, abundance, prosperity. Okay. The angels say to you, keep going. Elevate your energy and focus of your thoughts and feelings. Adjust your perspective based on the knowledge that you are the one with God, with everyone, and with all things. And that is like the Hanged Man energy here. Adjust your perspective. Look at what no longer serves. That's the change that you'll be making for this week. Threes are all about new beginnings, something trying to come together to emerge. And we have the eights, which is bringing in abundance here. You've got the Eight of Pentacles, you've got the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment. You've got listening to your intuition here, and you've got the King of Pentacles, which is establishing a firm financial foundation. So, all right, Sagittarius, that's the messages for the week. Thank you so much for joining me. Sending you love and abundance.